For 65 years, the autumn wind has been a Raider.
Raiders!
And this season, the Silver and Black are going back to the basics.
Culture, identity, who we are, get back to the roots. Our vision is clear. Win a division, get into the playoffs, and host that Lombardi Trophy.
It's the dawning of a new era with a new GM, a new head coach, and a new quarterback leading the way.
This team has all the potential. We have more than enough talent to go out there and achieve great things.
Season 5 in Las Vegas begins now. Time to paint the town silver and black. Camera Raiders.
That was perfect, Nick. Perfect.
That's right. Welcome in to our Channel 13 Kickoff special. I'm Nick Walters.
And I'm Alex Eshelman. The Silver and Black is back in action this week, kicking off the season in LA against the Chargers on Sunday.
But before we look towards the regular season, let's go ahead and look back at training camp. Now, Alex, you got to spend some time with the team over there in Costa Mesa. How did it go?
Yeah, that's right, Nick. It went really well. This Raiders squad seems to have a stronger bond than previous years. I learned about the rookies having to put their singing skills to the test, and let's just say the team had some mixed emotions about it. Take a listen.
To be honest, it's been absolutely pitiful so far.
They're all god-awful, so thank God they found football.
Now, some took it easy on the rookies.
It's been tough. Some of the guys are doing it 8 a.m. first meeting. I mean, my coffee's not even kicked in yet.
While others offered a few pointers.
You got to go up there confident. They can smell blood in the water. It's a bunch of sharks in that room. So if you show a little bit of fear, everybody's going to boo, start pouncing on you. And then you got to know the first word of the song. Everybody's like, I know the song. And they get up there and then the lights are bright and then all of a sudden everything goes a little bit sideways.
And all jokes aside, the vets not only credit the rooks for their willingness to learn.
They're all sponges. You know, none of them really bring in like an ego or pride about themselves where they're like, maybe that's not for me. They're at least willing to try it first or ask what this is before they just knock it or just write it off. And I think that is infectious on the team.
But they also inspire the older guys to lend a helping hand, even if it still involves giving the rookies a little heat throughout the season.
We'll have these guys out here dancing before practice on Fridays, and just coaching them through those aspects is just as important as coaching them through anything else. We've got some things in the works. These are things that you'll never hear about, but they're going to be incredible behind closed doors.
Now, to AJ's point, we weren't able to get any footage of the rookies belting out a little karaoke, but I wish I could catch a glimpse of how much fun this team is having behind closed doors, Nick.
I do know, though, their singing is a lot better than what mine would be. Well, look, it's easy to have fun when a personality like Gardner Minshew is behind center, but the most serious topic of the Raiders preseason and offseason is that battle at quarterback.
Yeah, that's right, Nick. Now, Minshew beat out Aiden O'Connell for QB1 this season, thanks in part to his experience of playing on Sundays, of course.
Now, our very own Johnny Resendez has more on Minshew mania and why the team thinks the 5-year veteran could get them off to a very fast start.
Obviously happy to be in the role I am. Super grateful. A lot has gone into it. A lot of people have helped me. And now I just want to help this team win. You know, whatever we got to do, just get better each week and win some football games.
Minshew is entering his 6th NFL season, having started 37 total games in his career. They'll be banking on that experience early this season, with 3 of their first 4 opponents having top 6 defenses last year. There's another way head coach Antonio Pierce describes Minshew, and that's a football junkie.
We always talk about Max and Christian about being the first guys in the building, but he's not too far behind, and he stays late, and he's done a lot of things without a lot of hype and things that we talk about throughout the building. That's starting to show up a little bit, and I think our team is really taking a notice of that.
Last season, Minshew went 7-6 in 13 games for the Indianapolis Colts, throwing a career high in passing yards and nearly leading them to the playoffs. Now he will be under a bigger spotlight, something he says he is ready for, especially with the supporting cast around him.
And when you see the trajectory from the spring, where we started, through fall camp, against a very challenging defense every day that didn't give us any breaks, like, I have confidence in our body of work, and I'm excited to get to go take that on the road.
Reporting in Las Vegas, I'm Johnny Resendez.
And as Johnny mentioned there at the end, he is heading to California and will be providing us coverage all weekend as Raider Nation takes over LA on Sunday.
Minshew has talked a lot about how versatile Luke Getsy's offense is, and on that note, still ahead tonight, we take a look at the Raiders' new offense under the first-year coordinator. Stick with us.
And we take a look at a local program that helps send kids to Raider games for free. Stay with us. Welcome back to our Raiders season preview. Now it's year 5 in Las Vegas for the Raiders, and like any team that relocates, the Silver and Black are still working on expanding their local fan base. Las Vegas is the 3rd city the Silver and Black have called home after spending nearly 60 years in California between Oakland and Los Angeles. Since the move to Sin City, the team has sometimes seen visiting teams' fans outnumber Raider Nation at home games. Allegiant Stadium has the priciest ticket in the NFL, making it hard to attract locals. But fans tell us they've noticed more of Vegas backing the Raiders than ever before.
It's never going to be Oakland, but I really feel that the city and the community here in Vegas has embraced it. It's been a good transition.
We came here when the stadium was still being built. And so I think folks that didn't have a team are choosing the Raiders. I think folks that have a team but weren't in love with it, when you come and you join Raider Nation, it's just hard to get it off of you.
Will it ever be Oakland? No, but we're building. And the only thing that's going to change that is winning. And that's what we're all here for.
Well, look, Alex, the Raiders have only seen 2 winning seasons since 2002. I was only like 5 years old in that year. So if Raider Nation is going to grow more in Vegas, it may just be as simple as just win, baby.
Definitely. And one way that they're hoping to rack up those wins this season is an improved offense. While the Raiders have seen some changes on that side of the ball, the team is confident that they have the right guys this season. Our Johnny Resendez breaks down how Luke Getsy's offense can help the run game.
Well, the Raiders will have a new look on offense this season. They have a new play caller, and their all-pro running back has now departed to Green Bay. That sort of turnaround is always tough for a team, but new offensive coordinator Luke Getsy says he's going to make sure that he caters to the Raider way. Head coach Antonio Pierce has said he wants the offense to play old-school smash-mouth Raider football. So he brought in the former Bears offensive coordinator to instill that vision, and so far, the players have noticed a difference.
It's so fast and neat, on meters of each other. It's like, this gotta be quick, this gotta be fast. I want it perfect.
Getsy's offense emphasizes a run-first approach and is effective with heavy personnel sets. In other words, he will utilize the Raiders' size at running back and tight end. Last year, the Bears had one of the best running games in the NFL with Getsy as the play caller, and with Josh Jacobs gone, Zamir White is looking to step up as a starter. Last year, White rushed for 451 yards, averaging 4.3 yards a carry. Then there's Amir Abdullah and Alexander Madison, 2 guys who work great in the passing and running game. Add all those pieces together, and Getsy says he sees a recipe for success.
Guys that can play multiple positions and do multiple things, that's our game. You're trying to design yourself, okay, where are the defensive strengths, where are their weaknesses, and how can we manipulate both of those so that we don't let those strengths beat us, and how can we take advantage of those weaknesses.
Reporting in Las Vegas, I'm Johnny Resendez.
Alex, there are so many weapons on this offense, especially now that you add Brock Bowers from Georgia. Trey Tucker led the NFL in the preseason in receiving yards, but AP, he is a run guy, so Zamir White, look out for a big season.
And you stole my line, Nick, because I was going to talk about Brock Bowers, but you took the cake there right off the top. But before we continue to talk about this year's offense, let's take a look back. Earlier this year, we introduced you to Josh Kamenite, the founder of Vegas Raider Dad. He gives disadvantaged kids a chance to attend Raiders games for free, the home games, of course.
Yeah, I really love what they do over there at Raider Dad. Now, before the Raiders 49ers preseason game last month, Raider Dad held a fundraising tailgating event, and I was there to check it out.
Why are we out here right now? And also, how many kids are going to the game tonight?
There's 44 kids that are going to the game, but it's just about creating an opportunity that isn't there for a lot of people. But at the same time, we're bringing a city together using sports and creating break from realities for a lot of different causes in our community. I just think it's something special to have that not only for a community, but a fan base.
How is Raider Dad so great for this community of Raider Nation?
Well, he's out here raising money to give kids tickets to come into that big stadium there, man. And that's just that's why we come out here and say, hey, thank you for doing what you do. It's love.
Just left Raider Dad
I love what they're doing in the community. We need to spread more of that, baby. Spread the love to the kids. Raider Nation, next generation. Raider Dad, we appreciate you. We love you.
Noah, you've been a part of Raider Dad since it started. Why is this such an awesome thing to see other kids get to go to inside of that stadium for the first time?
It was really fun. I couldn't believe my eyes. Bringing a lot of kids to get Raider games that had never been here. It's been amazing. Made a lot of friends.
One Nation Foundation, they were one of the first to really get a hold of Raider Dad and help make it what it is right now. Why was it important?
It develops core memories for kids. You know, I grew up going to Raider games, going to A's games with my dad and members of my family, and it just was some of the most unique memories that I've had growing up as a kid, and we felt that it was such an important thing to get behind to help generate those memories and those experiences for kids that maybe wouldn't normally have a chance to do that. So when we found out what the mission of Raider Dad was, the One Nation Foundation jumped in and got fully behind them.
You can still donate to the cause by going to VegasRaiderDad.com.
Great story there, Nick. Still to come, you'll hear Raiders legends reflect on their time with the team. But for now, Lynn, how's the weather looking?
It's looking hot. It's been a hot and dry week, but we do have some changes for the weekend. We're talking about showers and thunderstorm chances and more humidity. I'll have all the details coming up after the break.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Each rep is better than the last one. Come on, give me some. You practice how you play. You practice how you play. Are you guys seeing this? This is how greatness is born.
Coach AP, the ultimate hype man, whether it's on the football field or in the kitchen. Excited to see what he's cooking up. No pun intended, Nick.
Good one.
This
I
year.
see what you did there. Well, look, obviously we know that Raider Nation wants to run through a brick wall because of that man right there. But let's go ahead and talk about the weather for game day in LA. Now, it is at SoFi Stadium, which is a dome, so the players, they don't have much to worry about. But if you're a fan heading out there to SoCal, it is hot. Not Vegas hot, but still, got to be prepared.
Yeah, and for those staying here in Las Vegas, it looks like those summertime temps guys are sticking around just a little bit longer. Our meteorologist Lynn Trung has our weekend forecast. How you doing, Lynn?
Well, I'm doing great, Alex and Nick. I'm inside this cool AC, and you will want to spend some time in the AC this weekend. We're still talking about triple-digit heat for Saturday and Sunday, and it was pretty hot today. 106 in North Las Vegas, 105 in Sunrise Manor. Mesquite, you topped out at 108, and take a look at Laughlin, reached a high of 111 earlier this afternoon. We've had hazy sunshine throughout the day, and the haze is still sticking around this evening. 102 right now in Las Vegas, 108 in Laughlin, 106 in Mesquite, 92 in Alamo, and still in the triple digits here in Boulder City, as well as in Pahrump. And wind speeds have been pretty light throughout the day as well. Winds out of the northwest in Laughlin right now at 7 miles an hour. Currently calm in Las Vegas, but then by this weekend, the winds will be out of the south-southeast, and that's going to kick out some of the smoke and haze from our region. So still looking at plenty of triple-digit heat this weekend, still feeling a lot like summer. Both Saturday and Sunday, it's going to turn more humid as well. You will notice that we've had that dry heat through most of the work week, and we're going to see an uptick in our dew point temperatures around 50 to 55, so it is going to be noticeable. And then we have a chance of some showers and some thunderstorms, and within these storms that do develop, we could see some pretty gusty winds with that. So a lot to be mindful of if you are going to be out and about. As we take a look here, the pattern aloft, area of high pressure remains overhead. We've been dry lately, and this will continue to shift off to the four corners here. As a result, south-southeast winds back into our area, and that's going to bring up some of that monsoonal moisture into our region by Saturday and continue through Sunday. So it will be a dry start here first thing Saturday, then chance of spot showers and maybe a couple of thunderstorms by the afternoon time, mainly in the higher elevations. But here in the valley, we have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon into the evening time. So better chances up in the higher terrain. And then we're going to repeat this once again on Sunday. Dry start, then chance of showers and thunderstorms by the afternoon time. And then Monday it's going to be dry, but we do have some cooler temperatures. I'll show you that on our 7-day. 70s and 80s tonight, so a warm night here in Vegas. Tomorrow it's going to be hot and it's going to be humid. 103, normal high for this time of the year. It's about 98 degrees. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Triple-digit heat through the weekend and through early next week. By Wednesday, turning windy, 100 degrees, and Thursday and Friday will be in the mid-90s.
Welcome back. Now, football isn't just about wins and losses on the field.
That's right, Nick. For the Raiders, it's also about making an impact in our community, something they've been focused on since relocating to Vegas in 2020. This summer, the Silver and Black helped kids get ready for school by providing supplies, haircuts, and also by donating to small businesses and high school programs. Before the team's preseason game against the Cowboys as well this season, the Raiders celebrated hundreds of local U.S. immigrants being naturalized citizens at Allegiant Stadium. Really cool.
That is awesome. Now, Raiders assistant equipment manager Adam Johnson was also a busy man this summer, leading the Paseo Verde All-Stars to the Little League World Series and making a deep run. The Henderson team was invited to Raiders practice by Antonio Pierce, where I caught up with a player about their World Series experience.
What did it mean to represent Nevada there in Pennsylvania on a worldwide stage?
Oh, it was awesome because we knew that everyone here was supporting us, and we knew that we were never alone because we got so many videos from people.
This summer, the Raiders lost arguably the most iconic player to ever don the silver and black, Jim Otto. However, his spirit will forever live on throughout the saying, once a Raider, always a Raider. The late Al Davis's motto has been a cornerstone for all Raiders players for decades. I spoke with some of the alum during the reunion before the Niners-Raiders preseason game on how that saying defines what it means to be a part of this storied franchise. Once a Raider, always a Raider. What does that phrase mean to you?
It means that you are committed to this team. When you played here, it was something that was special in your career, because there are a lot of guys who played elsewhere for other teams. But that once a Raider, always a Raider, Al Davis mentioned it, Mark Davis has doubled down on it.
That point really hits home when you have guys that only played here 1 year or even less, and they come back and they're embraced, right? I played 11, so, you know, it's like I had a long tenure here. But when you have guys that come back that only played here for a short time, and they're treated better here than they are with the organizations that have longer tenure, that's what that means.
Al had a vision, and all of those, messages that still live on today. It's a reason why they're still so powerful. We still believe in those messages. I don't really know anyone that really does it the way the Raiders do it.
Now let's talk about this game, Raiders versus Chargers over there in LA on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Now we got big news from Antonio Pierce, starting defensive end Malcolm Kuntz will be out for this game because he suffered a knee injury. Let's get to some score predictions. Alex, now the Chargers 3-point favorites. The last time the Raiders played the Chargers, biggest blowout win in Raiders history.
Week 15, 63 points for the Raiders. We were talking about it before we came back on the screen here. I'm not going to say they're going to put up 63 again, Nick, against the Chargers, but I'm going to say it's a close one, 27-24. Daniel Carlson kicks it in with the field goal.
If Gardner Minshew puts up 63 points, Raider Nation will be on fire. Look, I'm going 17-13 Raiders over the Chargers. You enjoy the game and stick with us on Channel 13 through the season. Have a good night.